Alright, so it's time to change the front struts of your Acura TL. I'm working with the Monroe Quick-Strut Complete Strut Assembly. You can find the link to the product in the description below. And yeah, alright, let's go ahead and get started. First, you'll have to loosen up the wheel nuts on both of the front wheels, and then raise your car up and place it on jack stands. Don't forget to set your e-brake and set a wheel stopper to prevent your car from rolling back. Remove the bolt on the upper part of the fork attached to the strut. This is a 14mm bolt. Push down on the wheel hub assembly to detach the fork from the strut. Using a jack, raise the wheel hub assembly so you can reduce the tension on the bottom nut and bolt of the fork. In this case, the bottom nut and bolt was a 19mm on the driver's side and a 17mm on the passenger side. Using a rubber mallet, hammer the bolt out of the fork. You'll need a tap or a screwdriver to assist you in removing the bolt completely. Once the bolt is out, you can remove the jack and lower the wheel hub assembly so you can remove the fork. You can press down on the wheel hub assembly with your hands. Now you'll need to remove the strut bar at the top of the engine bay. The strut bar has 3 attachments bolted onto the bar itself. They're bolted by 10mm bolts. After removing the strut bar, remove the 3 17mm nuts bolted on top of the strut. Now you can remove the strut. Alright, put it all back together. First, install the fork. Next, install the new strut. Make sure you press down on the wheel hub assembly to give you enough room in order to reattach the fork onto the strut. Once you have the fork attached to the strut, bolt down the strut at the top of the engine bay with the 3 17mm bolts. When you have the bottom bolt and nut installed onto the fork, raise the wheel hub assembly more so you can close the gap between the fork and the strut. This is really important. You want to make sure there's no gap at all between the fork and the strut. Now you can finally install the last 14mm bolt to finish everything up. And that's how you remove the strut from an Acura TL 07 or whichever year this is. Yeah, alright guys.